I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe it's over. If you had asked me 2 years ago what was the one thing I was dreading the most, I would say the army. I quickly realized that all I had to do was act, play their game, because I found out that I was the clown inside their funhouse.
My parents are more shocked than I am. I see all this as a challenge. It's not something I want to do, but I have to. There is a reason I'm being put through this, and I'm here for it. I left home feeling robbed. I left home feeling like I was heading towards my ultimate disaster. 18 hours. That's how long it took me to get to Athens. I didn't sleep much on the train. Too many thoughts. There was only one thing on my mind.
Can I fast forward 9 months? When I finally arrived at the military center in Athens, I remember looking at it frightened, as if it were a huge fortress that you could find in a Disney movie. Once I stepped inside, a blur, anxiety. Almost the entire day was spent waiting in lines, signing stuff, trying on clothes, and shitting myself. I also remember going through dozens and dozens of doctors and getting tested, and then at the end of the day we finally got introduced to our home for the next month. The feeling was very strange. Sleeping that night was strange. It was scary. I couldn't believe that I was doing it. I couldn't believe it. I can recall the first morning as if it were yesterday. Soldiers woke us up at 5 a.m., rushing us to get ready in 2 seconds, no exaggeration, and I was panicking. My heart was pounding. I thought it was going to break my chest and get out. It was scary, and all my stuff was locked with locks because we were 40 people in a room. So, and I didn't know what kind of people I had with me. So I was like, I better be protective and lock my stuff, secure my belongings, and I had all these keys to all these locks, and I couldn't find the right key, and I was just dying. I wanted to leave. After the horrendous waking up, we went to the diner information for breakfast. Our time to eat was timed. We literally had 2 minutes and then we had to go because we had stuff to do. So I remember the first day we learned how to march properly. We actually did that every day for like almost all day with small breaks in between. It was very tiring, exhausting. We were under the scorching hot sun. It was May and it was brutal. As cadets, we had chores or shifts, as I like to call them, like the one in the diner. You started at 3 p.m. and finished at 3 p.m. of the next day. It was a 24-hour shift. You were either a waiter, which was easy on paper, but not really because I had to serve like 600 plus people and that was not easy. A cook assistant, which I don't know how to cook, so I was like, no, I don't wanna do that. And finally, the washing machine. There was no washing machine. You were the washing machine. I remember walking up to the gate and seeing hundreds of parents cheering and waiting for their son to come out. And it was a very bittersweet feeling because not only did I want my parents to be there, but I knew they couldn't be there because they were thousands of miles away. But also, I wanted this time to be the time I was actually finishing my training and I was going home. But it was just a day off. That's why it was a bittersweet feeling. My first day out was amazing. I surfed the net after 2 weeks of no internet access. I know, it's a big deal. I ate, I drank, I relaxed for the first time in 2 weeks. That day made me realize how many people I have by my side and people that actually care about me. Because when I logged into Facebook, I saw so many lovely messages saying, "We missed you, come back." I love the people around me. I had my first breakdown on a Tuesday while on shift at the diner for the millionth time per usual. I think I had overdone it, overworked. I was really working hard in there to make sure I was alright, and I didn't want to stand out. I just wanted to blend in but also be good at what I do because I didn't want to cause any issues. And I guess I was just missing home so much more than other days, and it just got to me. I called my parents and I just cried. Like, I was bawling my eyes out. And my mother got very worried that day and she started crying, my father said. And I hate myself for making her feel that way, but I think it was inevitable. It was bound to happen, and I'm actually surprised it took me that long. Blessed. That's all I can think of. I'm blessed. It's hard for me to believe that I'm officially a Greek cadet. Whoa. I never thought this day would come. I always wanted it to come so I could be done with it, but now I'm living it and it's surreal. Damn.
This past month was a life changer. So much has happened, and yet I feel like I never left. Here I am, sitting in my bedroom, writing on my journal. I have spent 3 weekends in my new military base, 3 weeks of endless stress and discomfort. However, as I'm trying to push my thoughts to a new place, I'll focus on the good stuff.
First of all, things were nothing like in the military center. The people in my base were actually normal and human. This was such a huge stress relief because I knew that nobody had make Jacob's life a living hell on their agenda. The fact that I was so close to my home as well was a huge mood booster. That's when I knew I would never feel as bad as I felt in the military center in Athens. In my new military base, things were a little different than the center. First of all, we had 3 brand new shifts: the patrol, the guard at the main gate, and the guard in the dorm, the building guard as I call it. All 3 of them were equally exhausting, and let's just say I forgot what sleep was. We were bombarded with shifts and chores and everything in July because there was a huge lack of personnel, or simply cadets, or no cadets, no soldiers. When the normal amount of shifts per month was 16, I was doing 23 in July. Yeah, that's 23 days out of the month that I was sleeping for 3 hours only. Now, August was one of the best months. I only did 16 shifts. That was crazy for me. The first wave of new cadets arrived in mid-August, and it was so weird to see all these people being nervous and not knowing what to do, because they reminded me of, well, me. Since we got new recruits, I was able to take 4 glorious days off, and I'm so grateful that I did, and I actually got to spend my brother's 9th birthday with him. That was very important to me. I reached my limits towards the end of September. I guess I was just tired of not sleeping well, working hard, the routine of it all. I was just done. I wanted to be done with that place. I never thought of ending my life as salvation for my problems. Only once, but I got over that a long time ago. The army can play a lot of games with your mind, especially if you're not built for this kind of life. I had reached a point where I didn't want to do anything. All I was doing was eat, shifts, chores, sleep for 3 hours every day. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was always neurotic and ultimately devastated. I remember ending a shift and going to bed, closing my eyes and seeing the word quit in all caps. I had nightmares every night. I couldn't do this anymore. I wanted to die. Today is the first time I will sleep in my own bed in 15 days. October was tough. I did 22 shifts. I never thought I would relieve July again, but we pulled through. I'm just tired. I'm tired because of shifts, tired because of the routine, tired because of the army. Anyways, something that helped me get through this crazy month was my indestructible faith in him. And that's something I learned in here, that having faith in his plans and his timing is everything you really, really need. I'm approaching a huge milestone in a couple of days. I'm hitting my 100 days left mark. That's huge for me. I started with 275 days and soon I will only have 100. Where did the time go? I can't believe this is all coming to an end. I can't believe it.
Like a teenager, waiting eagerly to turn 18 and officially become an adult. Like a father-to-be who is holding his woman's hand while she makes miracles happen.
That same excitement and impatience was running through my veins the last few days of my military service. Soon I would be able to act, work, make videos, travel, live my life like a normal person would. Those things were on my mind 24/7. Reaching the finish line, closing this chapter, would feel like a coming of age. Life coming full circle. Okay. Today is the 15th of February 2018, and today is the last day of my military service. What I was dreading all my teenage years is finally over. It's over, I did it. I remember people telling me to calm down, but they hadn't been through what I had been through. And this whole experience has been so challenging, both physically and mentally. Tomorrow is going to be the best day of my life so far. I'm going to wake up, get my ID, a piece of paper that proves that I've done I'm so excited, my 9-month military service, and I'll be on my merry way home. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. It's been a crazy ride, man. I'll never forget the lessons, the heartache, the good friends I made in there. I did it. It's over. And I'm here shooting this. And I don't have to go to the base tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I'll say this. As bad as it was, I found out something about myself in there. That I could go through something like this and not only survive, but thrive. We did it, Jacob. We did it. Yes!